left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Hey, a little bit of an unconventional call there.
Yeah, but it worked. And how great was that? That's got to give them a lift in this situation.
To throw is Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Perkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Wentz to throw. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No.
Now Burkhead. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on now is Blair Walsh. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Not laying back defensively. They blitzed right there first play in OT.
The game's changed a bit, hasn't it? I'm telling you, when we were kids, most of the time you'd lay back, not necessarily prevent defense, but you'd want everything in front of you and hope that the offense made a mistake. Now people aren't counting on that. They're going after them and being aggressive. Of course, if they pick up your blitz, it could be a big play for the offense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delayed game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delayed game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delayed game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Again, they run with Burkhead. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. That'll be a 6-yard pickup, and it leaves him with a 3rd and very long.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? He's got it complete to Perkins. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Pump the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they
out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now, I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line.
Hey everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And what a blow it had to have been for Carson Wentz to realize his season was over after the injury in Los Angeles with his team just rolling at that point. Dreams of a Super Bowl in everyone's head. But as soon as the doctors cleared him, he made every quarterback meeting, every team meeting, spent extra time with Nick Foles, stayed involved with the team on the sidelines during games. He was probably their biggest supporter during their run to the Super Bowl. Never dropped his head, stayed involved.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come on now. Let's go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
And they'll run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Rex Burkhead, 25 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40. The give is to Bell. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 6-0 is our score. We'll be back with more of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Marcus Wheaton. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. And I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get to 2.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz, and that will be incomplete as well.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. Oh, fighting off the defender. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And on the ground they go with the running back. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the 2nd half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure,
first down.
pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. They still can't get it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. The 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Automatic first down.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Roethlisberger gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Spin to throw again. And that's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 120!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball. Roam free and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We got three. Like 80.
They'll go for it with Bell. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still 1st down.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was... Well, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride.
We coming, man. For the guys, man. P&V. Skirt, skirt. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. Be winning. Keep grinding, it's just the beginning. Rap about they ain't living. Ain't no top boy, you gotta be kidding. Like Nike, I go get a check. Baby girl, watch the flex. Got your Trisha, she go for the P&V on my up next. Can't wait till I caught me a Mozzie. On Cali, I feel like a different man. We got the pack, we delivering. I remember Cold, I was shivering. Back, no stopping me. Saying they know I'm a prodigy. Be watching me, got your Trisha in the spine, she and I just hit 1 million views. So much better, I don't know what to do. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be drippin', they calling me soup. I be drippin', they calling me soup. Stack it up, gon' call me a coupe. I be drippin', they calling me soup. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Gotta get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15, when I saw my first 100 bids. Got my first 100 bids and made it through the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man.
thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, now leasing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They was just eating cause they in the way, and I'm way up and made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to forward out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane hags for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. What we gon' I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, Flow Joe kill.
Welcome to the campaign. Take your ultimate team through an entire NFL season by playing some pivotal moments from each game. Now, your season opener is against the Bengals, who are looking to start this year off strong after last year's mediocre performance.
Hey, pull that girl. Back back. Waiting. Where's 52? 52. 52 to the light. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
A first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, you're off to a great start. Just 82 more challenges to go. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
In the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body. Say the man got me. Can you hear me? Hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? God. Expeditions on. Man, it's too loud in me in your city. Cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all these steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could have had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me?
All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. And the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Way to go, guys. Oh, no chance. Good job, D. Good job. Good stop, baby. Good stop. Good stop.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here we go. 120.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out now, here come the Bengals. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Bernard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
So they come up on 3rd down. So far, 2 possessions, 2 punts. Not a trend they want to continue. Here's Dalton. The veteran Adam Jones there on the coverage.
There's no doubt that Adam Jones had a checkered career, but he's playing his best football after the age of 30. That pass breakup there, another indicator.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over, I guess.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And now out come the Steelers. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
A big play there just before halftime. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Wentz now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perkins. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Here's Brad Wing now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Caught Eifert over the middle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Wentz. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It didn't work out this time, but there's always next time, and we'll see you next time right here on the Solo Challenge for Madden Ultimate Team. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Wentz again here on second and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he's able to find Diggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And now the offense getting set, first and 10. Right back to him on first down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On the ball.
Wentz now on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. Again, it's Wentz. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again, looking middle, and it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Dalton here from the gun. And his throw is incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but there's always next time. We'll see you next time right here on... And the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 18 yards on that one, and it'll make it second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
On second down, here's Wentz. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
To throw, it's Wentz. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Wentz to throw again. He's got it complete to Perkins. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From midfield here, Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Being chased out. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but the great thing about how this works is Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge, you can always restart and try again. We'll see you next time. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.